Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and dear Algerians, friends, and well-wishers. It is indeed a distinct honor and a privilege to introduce briefly our own Dr. Frank Islam. We will all agree that in these modern times, the most visible and vocal Algerian on the face of this planet, who is an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a civic leader, writer, and thinker, is our dear Dr. Frank Islam. It is a matter of great pride also for the Aligarh Alumni Association of Washington, D.C., as Dr. Islam is a life member and one of the most significant benefactors of this wonderful organization, an association which is in a way, is a torchbearer of the Aligarh movement as we know it today in these United States of America. Frank is very specially dedicated to education, social justice, and the arts. Now, we all know that Dr. Islam serves on the boards and councils of some of the most significant, well-known universities and nonprofits. Just to name a few: Johns Hopkins University, University of Maryland, George Mason University, Marymount University, American University in the Emirates, American University of Afghanistan, the US Institute of Peace, Kennedy Center for the Arts, and many others. He made, as you all know, a generous donation to construct a magnificent building to house the Frank Islam and Debbie Dreisman Management Complex at Aligarh Muslim University.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Thank you for coming from Atlanta. Good to see you. How have you been? Oh, okay. I'm sure you tag along with people who are well-known, were recognized. So I've been pretty busy this weekend. I just gave a speech last night to several hundred people at National Press Club, where we sponsor journalists who come from India to Missouri School of Journalism. And then I'm here tonight. Tomorrow, I will have honor to talk to Zinat Aman, who just flew in from India. And this is called South DC South Asia Film Festival, where I'm a keynote speaker tomorrow night as well. So, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, what a fabulous night. Thank you for all coming, and thank you for your warm welcome. This is pretty cool. This is really nice. I really love these things. And thank you, Ali, for that kind introduction. I should have you everywhere for my introduction. Let's give him a big round of applause. As you all know, when my wife and I contributed $2 million and then another several $100,000 to Aligarh Muslim University, we are the largest contributor to Aligarh Muslim University, I would not be the person I am today if I would have not received education at Aligarh Muslim University. Aligarh University students has always been our best hope, and this is my way of saying thank you and keeping the hope alive. And Aliyah is the fellow, and Abdullah Bhai, who's standing over there with calmly and quietly, were the one who convinced me to contribute. I don't consider that as a charity, but as an investment that will yield exponential returns. So before I begin, I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to Dr. Abdullah for inviting me to give these remarks. He continues to be a constant source of strength for all of us. He provides the broad shoulder upon which we can stand. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you, Abdullah Bhai. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be here with all of you, my fellow Algerians and friends of Aligarh, at this bicentennial celebration, what would have been Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's 200th birthday. Truth to be told, however, we are here as Sir Syed's descendant and part of his family, not to remember his birth, but to remember what he gave birth to. Recognizing that, I will focus my comments on Sir Syed's vision, what he saw, what he thought, and the future he envisioned, with a special focus on India. I do this so that all of us will carry on and sustain his vision to the tricentennial anniversary and forever thereafter. Sir Syed had a vision not only of peaceful coexistence in a pluralistic society, but moreover of collaborations and communal harmony in their society. What a powerful and compelling point of view. So why did Sir Syed have such a vision and foresight? It was partly attributable to the way he saw the world and its inhabitants, and he explained his perspective himself. In a famous speech, he said, and I quote, "I regard both Hindus and Muslims as my two eyes." Later, he went even further to say, "What would that I had only one eye?" He used a phrase to indicate that even though he was a devout Muslim, he loved both Hindus and Muslims equally. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan felt there were two pillars for achieving the peaceful coexistence, collaborations, and communal harmony. They were educational and shared educational experience. On the importance of education, which many were advocating for and against, including Muslims in the Indian National Congress, he declared, and I want to quote that, "I do not agree with those who think that discussion about political matters would help in our national progress. I regard educational alone as the means of national progress." What a purposeful and powerful message to all of us. Sir Syed put his word into action by founding Anglo-Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, also known as MAO, which became Aligarh Muslim University. While it was focused on advancing the educational interests and competency of Muslims, Sir Syed ensured that from its establishment, the college was not the province of any religion. During the college infancy, Sir Syed emphasized that, and I quote him, "Yes, the main purpose of the college is to impart modern education to Muslims who are suffering because of a lack of it. But this institution is for all, Hindus and Muslims alike. Both of them need education." At this point, I must stress that Sir Syed's vision was embraced by others. Indeed, in its early year, many wealthy Hindus were major benefactors of the Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College. In fact, some of you probably will be surprised to know that the first graduate of Aligarh Muslim University was a Hindu, not a Muslim. What a powerful man he was. Sir Syed was not alone in his vision for communal peace in India's pluralistic society. Pandit Malavia, the founder of Banaras Hindu University, instructed us, and I quote, "India is not a country of the Hindus only. It is a country of the Muslims, the Christians, the Parsis. The country can gain strength and develop itself only when the people of India live in mutual goodwill and harmony." End of quotation. While there was not a religious bond between Pandit Malavia and Sir Syed, there were undoubtedly a spiritual interconnection between the two. In fact, it might be said that they were soulmates who shared a spiritual common ground. Sir Syed's vision and advice on Pandit Malavia provide the basis for working towards communal peace in India. And this can be done not by looking to the heavens and to the God whom we worship, but by looking at the earth and the people and the family that we are. To this point, I have focused on the past and Sir Syed. Let me shift gear now and move towards the present. So the flyer that I received for this event, they had one of my favorite Sir Syed quotes. And thank you, Rufat, for doing so. It was a quote for the potential of this great college, MAO, which soon to be a university, which he founded it showed the veracity of his vision. Sir Syed said, and I quote, "This college may expand in a university whose sons and daughters shall go forth throughout the length and breadth of the land to preach the gospel of the free inquiry of large-hearted tolerations and a pure morality." End of quotation. This college did become a university, which was a precious gift and precious possession to all of us as an Aligarian. A great university, Aligarh Muslim University. Today, Aligarh Muslim University offers more than 250 full-time courses in fields like agriculture, medicine, and information technologies, and draws students from all corners of India and from many countries around the globe. More importantly, as Sir Syed predicted, tens of thousands of the AMU graduates had delivered on Sir Syed's promise. They have gone throughout the length and the breadth of India and around the globe to improve the lot of others. They have made impact and influence in the people's life, and they have and continue to be a difference makers. Over the years, men and women from Aligarh have made contribution in all walks of life. There are currently almost 20,000 Aligarh alumni in 100 countries worldwide. I am one of them, and I am a proud Aligarian. Aligarh shaped my story and determined my destiny. Its principles have always guided me throughout my life, whether the time is calm or the crisis. Because of what I have learned at Aligarh Muslim University, I understand and practice the concept of large-hearted toleration. Our paths have been different, but the common and transcendent bond that has united us has been a belief in and a commitment to equal justice and a shared sense of humanity. A combination of technical expertise and moral fortitude has enabled Aligarh graduates to make their mark in India and the world and to serve as a positive role model for others. In my opinion, the real tribute to Sir Syed is the gift of a sensitive and a sensible education that we have received at Aligarh Muslim University. We have been enriched, enabled, and empowered by Sir Syed's vision, his initiative, and his values. Now, it is our responsibility to assist others in securing the benefits of education similar to what we have received at Aligarh Muslim University. Now, it is our responsibility to make sure the other people succeed. When they succeed, all of us succeed, India succeeds, and the world succeeds. There's a little about where Sir Syed's vision took us in the past and where it has brought us in the present. In closing, let me talk briefly about where it should take us in the future. Near the end of the life of Sir Syed, who had lost his eyesight and said, and I quote, "I lost my eyesight but not my vision. My vision never dimmed. My determination never failed. I built the institution for you, and I'm sure you will carry the light of this institution far and wide, and darkness will disappear from around the world." End of quotation. There's still darkness in the world and in India. Much has been accomplished in India. India is the largest democracy in the world. India is now the world's fastest growing major economy. India is quickly emerging as a regional and a global power. Still, much needs to be done. This is especially true for Muslims and the other minorities. In spite of all potentials, promises, but possibilities, and progress, so many Muslims in India remain socially, educationally, and economically disadvantaged. They share a city, but not a community. They share a common dwelling, but not in a common effort. They confront hostility and open prejudice, which in turn breeds violence, fuels frustrations, and desperations. The statistics on the Muslims in poverty and without education there are stunning. Too many Muslim families are trapped in poverty because of lack of education. Especially, my heart goes out to the Muslim woman. There's a critical need to empower Muslims through education in order for India to achieve its full potential. We need to go beyond the religion and religious boundaries to make sure we can empower Indian Muslims, and especially the girls, by education so that they can determine their own destiny. To borrow a phrase from Robert Frost, there is still miles for us Algerians to go to deliver fully on Sir Syed's vision. But I'm certain that we can go those miles. I was greatly encouraged about the prospect of realizing his vision when I read the words of retiring Vice President Hamid Ansari in his final address delivered recently. In that address, Vice President Ansari, quoting Swami Vivekananda, said, and I quote, "We must not only tolerate other religions, but positively embrace them, as the truth is the basis of all religion." He went on to assert, and I quote, "It has to become an essential national virtue to promote harmony, transcending sectional diversities." So the time is now, the stage is being set in India for change to work towards Sir Syed's vision of peaceful coexistence, collaborations, and communal harmony. As Algerians from India here in the United States of America, we have a special opportunity and obligation to play a role in bringing about that change. In playing that role, we should remember that we are the ambassadors of India in the United States, and we are the ambassadors of the United States in India. Most importantly, the bond that binds us together as a fellow Algerian, that we all are Algerians. And we all are Algerians and descendant of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. As such, we have the history, the heritage, and duty to be difference makers and the destroyers of the darkness. I look forward to being a partner with you in making that difference and to shining a bright light in India to destroy the darkness. So thank you for letting me share my thoughts with you on this special occasion
May God bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Islam.